Welcome to the Field of Streams, where every week I, your host, Janeen McCrae, read a short piece of my writing to you so that you don't have to. Now, I can't promise you much with these missives, but I can promise you this. I won't keep you long, and this one is super short. If you enjoy this episode and want more, you just can't get enough, feel free to go back and binge some extra episodes from the archive. It's like a party for your ears. Sort of. I mean, pretty bad party. I guess it depends on the kind of parties that you like. Okay, rambling. Let's preamble today's episode. Why did I write this one? Well, personal reasons mostly. It's a kind of meditation of sorts. For myself. Let me explain. The older you get, the more you notice your own habits, your own shortcomings in the way that you perhaps react to things. For example, I have a habit of holding on to things, not just material things, I may end up on hoarders one day, but also emotional things. Things that the longer I hold on to them, the more they bubble away in my anxiety laboratory. For example, I remember mean things said to me as a child, or bad relationships. The hurt just keeps on hurting. I remember mean things I've said and done to people that made me not like myself so much. To what end, Janeen? To what end do you keep remembering these things and regurgitating and bringing them up? I don't know, but as an adult, it's not that I'm trying to forget those things. I'm trying to remove the pain of those things from my, what I shall call in this, my life pantry. Let it go, Janeen. Let it go. These things cannot hurt you unless you continue to give them power. Let them go. And so this is, one of those pep talk things. I hope that perhaps you get something from it. Perhaps you'll think about letting something go. Keep the memory, ditch the pain that came with it. As I said at the start of this is a short one, and I will say that having a pantry filled with expired goods that you need to get rid of, that's one hell of a metaphor that I'm using there, and I ride it all the way to the end. So now, sit back, relax or don't relax, that's up to you, and open your heart for the next few minutes as I read to you a piece of my writing called Is It Time to Purge Your Life Pantry? Open the door. Put your trembling hand to the chrome of your handle and yank. Expose the contents of your heart in the kitchen of your world and prepare for the cleansing. Open the door. Open it wide. Push it to the limit of its hinges and give good access. Don't stop until you hear the creak of forgiveness and compliance, the acceptance of its role on this, your audit day. Open it wide. Look to the shelves. What do you see? Expired cans and weevil empires? Preserved forms of wicked fruits and pickled dreams? Cracked shells and empty vessels? Dented can collards? Look to the shelves. Know your dates. Hold them to the steel of your narrowed eye scrutiny. Be wary of the manufactured piece of printed witness, etched by encounters and solidified by ink. Numbers and codes that tell you your limits, where their clock is in your story and how the sequence must progress. Heave what is of no use. Heave it to the horizon. No validity, no freshness, no flavour. Time's up. Save your love for the unexpired. Know your dates. Spice is life. Spin, lazy Susan, spin fast and spin free. Check for kick, check for taste, check for texture. Ask yourself, is this friendship an expired rub? Does this love animate with anise? Is there salt in my wound? Bitter, sour, earthy, hot. Search for treasonous seasonings. Spin, Susan. Spin until only supporting flavours remain. Spice is life. Watch for scuttlers. Be wary of winged watchmen who claim only to be flybys but feed on your energy stores. Swing for the roaches, close the mouths of moths, and do more than rant at the meanderings of ants. Watch for the scuttle. Eliminate odours. Catch the whiff of decay in mason jars like malodorous fireflies and release it to your neighbour's yard. Blow your trumpet to the hunt of the pungent. Do not allow reeks to consume you, nor fog your mood moors with their arcane and destructive aromas. There is no fetor worth the offence, no stink worth the loss of the joint. Leave no trace of scent that cannot be identified and enjoyed. Eliminate odours. Break up with rats. Everyone has rats, chewing on exposed and tender wires, nibbling at the corners of precious packets. Accept no holes in your emotional wares, no whisker pricks in your cocos, no disease or fleas in the pantry of your psyche. Break up with rats. Check for leaks, in love, in hope, in the very ingredients of your magnificent existence. Are your lids on tight? Are the jars bright and vibrant? Are your seals still intact? Check for leaks. Explore dark corners. Shadows love to hide surprises with their moulds and goo and schmear. The diseases of our minds are held in cupboard corners, shying from the light but growing stronger than the sun. The stores are all open and the darkness fills the void. Blind it with your self-awareness beam. Explore dark corners. Dust the shelves for fingerprints in flowers, drawn-out drama in your spelts. Evidence of unwanted meddling in the staples of your life, sabotaging your yeasts. You must rise. You will rise. You will have a crust that, upon knocking, resounds with a sonorous tone. Your centre will be warm and soft and properly baked. Brush off your apron and get ready. Dust the shelves. Honey. Hold your honey to the light, golden and sealed, dribbly and fine. Or candied and gone? Oh, honey. Who's in your cupboard? Why and who and what for? Shelf space is a gift, a precious resource, infinite at the start and limited near the end. No room for on sale. No space for the maybe try or one day. You've got victuals to be whittled, milk that's lived long but must now be gone. Take stock of your stocks, I say. Who's in your cupboard? Clean out your pantry. Remove from your life the expired relationships, the stale tastemakers, the damaged cans of potential heartache that have lost their labels to the storm. Leave only what brings sustenance, nutrition and joy. Leave only what you need to survive and thrive in an emergency of pain and comfort, in a time of stress and heartache, and in a period of mourning. Leave only love. Clean out your pantry. No bad ingredients. No bad meals. And there you have it, today's episode. I write these missives as a way of sharing my creative process and to show you that ideas can come from anywhere. And if ideas can come from anywhere, well, you might as well use those ideas as fuel for whatever. So go make whatever. It's a good exercise for a brain, regardless of how it turns out. This podcast and the writing it's based on, which is stuff from my newsletter called The Stream, which you can sign up for at janeenmccrae.substack.com, are the imperfect exercises I do to keep my brain agile. If you enjoyed this episode, follow this podcast on the platform of your choice. And if you know someone that might like it, go ahead and share it with them. I'd really be so appreciative of that. But for now, I'll leave you with this. Love what you love, and I'll see you out there making stuff.